I want to destroy, but then I want to rebuild. A village without darkness. I'll reform the shinobi world. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's revolution.
Revolution, you say?
Yeah, the so-called Revolution was released on September 11, 2014 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. This is another filler Storm game just like Storm Generations. Supposedly, this game has introduced some new battle mechanics and new game modes, but is it really the case? Let's take a look. Okay, there's a lot to cover in this game, so let's start with the interesting one, the Ninja Escapades. Ninja Escapades is a mode in which we relive 3 different stories with new specially created anime scenes from the anime creators of Naruto, Studio Pierrot. The stories are about how the Akatsuki was created, a small story revolving around Shisui Uchiha trying to stop the Uchiha coup, and a quick short story revolving around Minato, Kushina, Tobi, Kakashi and Rin. The principle is simple. You select a mode and watch a small animated scene. Once in that scene there is a battle commencing, you take the role of the main character in that scene and battle. During these battles nothing special happens, it's just a regular 1v1 fight. Only during the fighting the characters will talk to each other and that's all. Each chapter is shorter than the last one. In the Akatsuki storyline you will fight 5 times, in the Shisui storyline you only fight 2 times, and in the last chapter you won't fight at all, it's just a short anime. The animations for this mode look superb, even better than the Shippuden anime itself. I was stunned by how good the characters look. You could see that Studio Pierrot worked really hard on these animations. I mean, just look at this.
However... This is the end.
Is it just me or are that like village signs really small in this anime?
You should take a good look at yourself.
They even made a special OVA, which you could receive if you got a Day 1 edition of Storm Revolution. The OVA is Sunny Side Battle, which involves Sasuke and Itachi. The animations on it are awesome as well. I recommend that you watch it here on YouTube. Okay, enough backtracking, let's head into the next game mode, which is the Ninja World Tournament. This is the mode which was hyped the most when this game was promoted. Essentially the idea is that every character in Naruto just forgets about the war and they all decide to host a big ass tournament to decide which character is the strongest shinobi in the world. The tournament is hosted on this remote island in which you are carried by boat, but before you get to the island you have to select a character which you will play as. Once coming to the island you are greeted by Shizune, who explains the premises of the tournament. Basically there are 6 different ranked tournaments to take part in. There are D, C, B, A, S and S+ tournaments, where in each rank the difficulty of the opponents gets harder. The last rank is just a glorified monster fight. After the introduction, you are free to roam the island. Of course, when starting most of the island will be closed until you reach the higher ranks of the tournament mode. On this island, you are able to use the shops to buy items, use this lottery wheel in which you are able to earn interesting prizes. There as well are side missions that you kinda have to do, kinda not. In general, these side missions are there for you to complete in order to unlock new participants for the tournament. If you are asking why, I'll tell you in a bit. Once you complete the side quest, you unlock these characters for use in the tournament. If you like this type of content, please subscribe and like the video. That will encourage me to make even more videos like this. But anyhow, alright, you are now all set and you start to take part in the tournament. The tournament consists of 3 stages: the entrance battles, preliminaries, and the final battle. Each stage can consist of 1 battle or right up to 4 battles. The previously mentioned side quests come in handy because if a stage has 4 battles, you cannot use the same character for each battle. For each battle, you use different characters, so that's why it is kinda mandatory to do these side missions, but not all of them. The battle mechanics in the tournament itself are interesting. You are thrown into a fatal 4x battle just like in WWE, in which instead of defeating the enemies, you are given these points. Each time you attack or are attacked, these orbs will fly out of you or of your opponents, just like Sonic but only with rings. The main idea is to gather as many orbs as possible in a given time frame. The character with the most orbs at the end wins the battle or the tournament, depending on the battle count. If there are multiple battles, then the collected orbs are given to the next character to battle with. The controls and fighting are the same as we have in the regular battles. Only difference is that you can now lock onto your enemies and then go ham on them. The starting tournaments are easy, but once you get further in the ranks they become more challenging, especially when all of the enemies decide to gang up on you, and instead of making it a free-for-all, they make it a 3-on-1 handicap match. The crazier and stronger jutsus you do, the more points you're able to shake out of your enemies. Jutsus can grant you around 300 points, while regular combos can give you around 100 points. When progressing the ranks, new elements will appear they're like awakening orbs. Tonton will run around the battlefield with these blue orbs, which when picked up can allow you to go into awakening mode and attack everyone. Ultimate Jutsu orbs. These red orbs when picked up can allow you to use ultimate jutsus on one of the opponents, dealing massive amounts of damage and earning you a lot of orbs. Oh boy, in the later ranks you have to watch out for enemies that spawn and do AoE damage, these traps all around the field and these huge bombs. As well, in the later parts of the tournament you are introduced to these rails in which characters will jump on and slide through them as if they were in a Tony Hawk game. They are two rails. Side rails basically allow you to either spam a jutsu or charge up a jutsu that will be executed at the end of the rail. Up rails basically launch your character in the air and allow you to do an AoE attack that can hit multiple enemies. It is best that you use them as much as possible for more damage. If, for example, you deplete a character from all points, you're able to knock them out of the round. If you do that to all 3 enemies, the match ends and the next match starts. Once you win the specific rank tournament, the mode ends and that's it. If you want to play the next ranks, you again have to select a character and get by boat onto the island. If you want to see the true ending, you have to do this 6 times. 6 freaking times of the same tedious game process. Get on island, fight multiple matches, which can take up to 1 hour, and then do it all again. If you are still interested after each rank, you are able to do 6 more smaller tournaments that have a small stipulation to them. Once you have completed the first rank of this mode, you unlock another storyline, the Mecha Naruto storyline, in which the new character Mecha Naruto is introduced. This character was specifically made for this game by series author Masashi Kishimoto. The plot is basically that Naruto and Hinata find a strange robot who looks like Naruto. They take him in and try to befriend him. Mecha Naruto falls in love with Hinata, while the real Naruto dislikes Mecha Naruto. While doing some chores in the village, Mecha Naruto gets jealous of Naruto that he is so beloved in the village, while he is despised because of his looks. So Mecha Naruto does the sanest thing and switches bodies with Naruto. Mecha Naruto then goes to hang out with Hinata. The real Naruto is shocked and surprised about all of this, and he tries to convince his friends that he is the real Naruto. After doing some chores, all of Naruto's friends believe Naruto and say that they will help him get his body back. In the final battle of the Great Ninja Tournament, Naruto and Mecha Naruto face off, where in the end they both switch back places. After Mecha Naruto hears that people still like Naruto even in his Mecha Naruto body. In the end, Naruto beats Mecha Naruto and wins this crystal shard. This crystal shard actually is needed by Mecha Naruto because his brain has a huge crystal in it, but there is a chunk missing of it. Naruto gives the crystal to Mecha Naruto, after which the darker side of Mecha Naruto, the QB mode, takes control over him. It turns out that Mecha Naruto destroyed the crystal on purpose so that the QB mode doesn't take over him, since Mecha Naruto was created with an idea that Mecha Naruto would be the one to gather information and QB mode would be the one who would go berserk. After that, Mecha Naruto flies and goes on a rampage destroying the world. Naruto and his friends go after him and stop him. After catching and defeating him with the help of Ino, Naruto and Hinata are transported into Mecha Naruto's consciousness and fight off the bigger version of QB mode, which for a strange reason has a funny laugh sub.
To suffer anymore.
Why do they write hahaha in googie googie gigi gigi? Why?
After defeating him, he activates a self-destruction mode which cannot be stopped. Hinata and Naruto are brought back to the real world and try to escape the blast. But as soon as Mecha Naruto is about to explode, Naruto tries to stop him. This scene was a really emotional moment and I almost shed a tear for Mecha Naruto. The animations are superb in this filler story.
Okay. Wow, okay, the animations for this small like story is pretty good as well.
I'll save that mind of yours. I won't give up. I can't give up.
Oh, a small sparkles in his eyes.
After the explosion, Mecha Naruto is dead and is gone. All that is left is the memory crystal. Naruto and friends all decide to put the crystal in a puppet of Mecha Naruto. Mecha Naruto is now alive. He can't move, but he is somehow able to speak. After that happy ending, the story ends. While battling through the tournaments, you're able to earn these tokens which can be used to buy customization items for your characters. Yeah, this term game introduces customization and it is a great feature. You're able to create some interesting character designs by buying these items. There are a lot of items for the head, arms and back. If you are a creative person, you could create some really cool designs, unlike me. Okay, the mods are all cool and all, but what about the battle mechanics, the real ones? Well, in general, the flow of the game is in general the same. The things that have changed are that the fighting seems faster, again, in my opinion. Now, guard break is an item which you can use 2 times in a battle, and the new beloved addition of counterattacks is introduced. Basically, if you press the guard button and the shuriken button at the same time, you freeze for a second. If in the time frame an opponent attacks you, you stun the opponent and can deal a lot of damage to them. This new addition was so spammed when this game was at its peak, it was crazy. Another new interesting addition is the new team ultimate jutsus. Yeah, now when you select the correct teammates, you are able to unleash a team ultimate jutsu. Some jutsus look better than the other ones, like Madara and Obito's.
Obito!
Good night. See you, man.
It's you as usual.
Don't get cocky.
A new addition as well is the new battle types. Once you have selected your team, you can select which type you want to be. Ultimate Jutsu types allows you to use the ultimate jutsus on your opponents. Awakening type allows you to use 2 types of awakenings. There is the Stealth Awakening, where by flicking the analog stick, you're in this quick awakening that will drain your total chakra amount. Once the amount is depleted, it will turn you back to the normal state. Over time, the chakra bar will refill itself and you can do it again. Then there is the True Awakening, which can be done once the drive gauge is full, giving you even more powerful attacks or even a new body. Drive types basically combine all of the previous support types like attack, defense and utility type ones into one. This is an annoying type to fight against because the supports will hinder you from attacking almost all the time. As well, when the gauge is full, you can do this small jutsu which you can seal your opponent away by sealing its chakra, substitution bar and not allowing the enemy to use ultimate jutsus. In the free battle modes, there are 2 interesting modes like survival and league. Survival, as the name implies, basically means beat as many opponents with the same health bar as you can. After each battle, your health is regenerated depending on how well you did in the fight. There are as well predefined survival battles which are categorized in multiple stages of difficulty. League is a 4-man bingo fight where you battle each opponent once, and after all of the battles are done, the person with the most points wins the league. There are as well predefined leagues with multiple difficulty levels. Holy moly, this game has a roster of 118 characters. Since when this game came out, the manga was still in a war arc, so basically all of the characters are playable here. Loads of Naruto's, Sasuke's, all of the Akatsuki's and so on. Some new characters like Onomaru, Iroka Sensei and Kushina make their debut. Of course, Mecha Naruto is also playable. When playing through the modes, you are able to unlock alternative costumes for some characters, like school uniforms for Sasuke and Sakura and so on. I'll be honest, I was not able to find anyone online to play, and I think that's a good thing, since I would be hammered by everyone there. The modes are all the same as they were in the last game. The only new mode is the Ninja World War mode, which I didn't quite understand how it works, but you basically make a lobby and then wait for people to join and fight. I joined one of these lobbies, but they both were AFK, so I left. If you have ever played this and can tell me more about this, let me know in the comments below. Okay, this game has introduced a lot of interesting and questionable game mechanics. The Ninja Escapade is an awesome mode solely for the game only anime scenes. The Ninja World Tournament, how should I say this, is the most boring mode ever created in a Storm game. Don't get me wrong, the premise is interesting, but the execution is just too damn repetitive. You do the same thing over and over and over again. Plus, the latter half of the ranks, the AI gets really annoying and hard when they all try to focus you. Would I recommend replaying it? Sure, but maybe only for online if you want to play with friends, or just for the Ninja Escapades mod. Have you ever played the Revolutionary Revolution game? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's all from me. I wish you all a nice day/evening. Bye guys.